There's a new addition to the desk here at LA Dodgers cap. This is a tribute to Bob Cavoyan of the Bob and Tom Show, the man that did my wedding, a man who I moved into a house across town to be a neighbor of alongside his wife, Becky, and his brother-in-law, Frank, and the entire crew over there. A man who has literally been a part of every single step of my microphone talking life. A lot of people know I got my start with Bob and Tom. They are a radio show, a morning radio show here in Indianapolis, Indiana, that was syndicated to 180 different stations at one point, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. And every person that drove a truck like my dad did and everybody that was around any of these cities knew exactly who Bob and Tom were. I knew who they were because they had a little bit of a run on the WB network maybe. Whenever I was in high school, they would run at night. So I'd known them from the car and I'd known them from watching their show. And when I get to Indianapolis, I know that they are in town and I'm this massive fan. I actually know who they are. Every single comedian in the history of comedy stopped through their studio. They owned it outright, totally. They were, a lot of people claim to be an inspiration for this particular show. The Bob and Tom Show is the inspiration for this show. And Bob was a guy who inspired me and motivated me to do everything. The first time I did stand-up is because Bob Cavoyan said you could do it. The first time I did this show, Bob Cavoyan was the one who said you could do it. He wrote for me, texted me, sent me stuff. Alongside Becky in the Thunderdome in our old office, he came through, wanted to help. This is just from not too long ago. He had been battling cancer for a while. They were taking, he was taking some off the books trials to maybe fix it. And I think everybody around him kind of understood what was kind of happening in front of our eyes. And I think he knew it as well. And he ended up being a Hall of Famer in the radio world. And he was somebody that was really special to everything that I'm doing and everything that I am. I will miss the shit out of him as he passed away as we were heading out to WrestleMania, and everything's been such a blur, and I wanted to wait until we had the hat here on the desk to really pay him his tribute that he deserves. But I love Bob Cavoyan. Bob Cavoyan is a huge piece of my entire life puzzle, my entire life journey, and he'll be remembered forever by me as a man that helped me in every single stage of basically my professional existence. So I love him. Rest in peace, Bob. To Becky, to his entire family, I'm so sorry that you guys have obviously had to go through this. The way he went out was with his best friends surrounding him, his wife surrounding him. They're listening to a Beatles album, and which is his favorite. They're a super musical family. He loved music. He made songs. Actually, the last time he was in here, he made a song, which is hilarious to think about what his final words were, which is like so him. They listened to this album, and I guess literally he took his last breath as the last song was kind of wrapping up with his friends and family surrounding him. And he's a wonderful man, and I was lucky to know him, thankful to know him. And I'm sure he's smoking 4,000 cigarettes in heaven right now. I assume he is doing that. But yeah, we love you, Bob. You did good, man. I appreciate the hell out of you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, he was awesome, man.
Yes, he was.
He was a cool dude. Just such a smart ass all the time. Such a smart. I mean, his house, you had to push a nipple to get to it. Like to get to a back room that he had, which was a studio. They had like hidden. It was like everything about his life was just like thought out, funny, fun. Like everything about him. His time, every time I was around him was great. And I'm thankful for him. I'm very, very thankful for him. But this will be for him. And also, I mean, it sucks that he's not going to be able to watch fucking Shohei, in this team right now. But I know he loved experiencing everything that happened with the Dodgers. He was a huge Colts fan. The Bob and Tom Show is so fascinating. They started in Michigan, okay? Tom Griswold, Bob Cavoyan, they started in Michigan. They come down to Indianapolis to kind of run their shit. Then they start creating them business-wise. They start this show, this morning show. They start getting guests. They start really taking over Indianapolis, Indiana. They start doing really well. And then all of a sudden they start syndicating their show. And all of a sudden they boom, 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 boom. They got offered to go to Sirius the same time like Howard Stern got offered. They stayed on free radio just because they wanted to hit everybody in the drivers because Sirius wasn't as big yet. And they maintained that throughout. Tom Griswold, Chick McGee, Christie, I think Sam Griswold, Tom's kid, they're still doing the show right now. They're still doing this, still doing free radio in the morning, and they're just like absolute legends. And they took care of me and kind of set us up. And Bob was literally the biggest supporter of all time. Some comedian came in to Bob and Tom show, and he had these questions listed out in front of him, and then his answers. And then we were all handed the questions, okay? This is a comedian that I was like a big fan of. Comes in the studio, and then lo and behold, I don't say anything, but I'm watching these people just ask the question, and then I'm watching him read answer, read joke, okay? Then next one. All good jokes, I would say. But then my immediate thought is like, well, who wrote that? Like who? Yeah. And I thought we were, I thought it was anything. I almost felt like, like kayfabe. I almost felt like kayfabe. I was like, oh no, like this is how this goes. I grew up in a car. I was in a car a lot, so like talk radio and stuff like that. I almost felt like, oh no, this is one of those like cheating husband, like gimmick character. I didn't know. I thought this was like this entire thing. So I was like mad. I was like, I didn't fucking know that. I can't trust anybody anymore. Like, what is the deal here? And Bob goes, a lot of these comedians, they got other people writing their shit. They're just incredibly at delivering or whatever. You can't judge them for it. That's their fucking thing. They don't write the song. They just sing it or whatever. He goes, if stand-up comedy you think is so easy for you to, I'll write the shit, you do it, or we can write it, you do it. Why don't you do that? I was like, fuck you, I'll do it. He goes, all right, let's go. And we rented out the theater. That is literally, he helped me write the entire thing. And then we did Uncaged, we filmed it. And that was literally like kind of our relationship. It started from that. And like everything we did, he was like helping and writing and sending ideas. Because whenever you're on the air doing radio, especially 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. trying to fill time, I mean, that's before internet, that's before that shit, you're just trying to fill time. So many ideas for things that could cross over into internet, hey, we did this. And even if it wasn't the exact idea, it's like, oh, that's a good premise to kind of build off of. It was like, he's just always helped, always, literally since day one. And yeah, the world will miss him. The world will miss him. But he did good, man.
Absolute legend.
Absolute fucking
legend.
Yeah.
Actually.
Legit.
So many cigarettes.
Beast.
I mean, cigarettes did exactly what they said they would do.
Yeah.
Like the cigarettes did exactly what he thought and said they were going to do, And I think he said, yeah, well, that's just, they moved him into vapes.
Yeah.
Because he was told, like, hey, better alternative here. He was just blowing.
Mowing them down.
I mean, just blowing through these.
He lived.
He did, brother. He fucking did. Legit. And he was always humble. Like, never.
He was very nice to the Bugle Boys, which
yeah,
was great.
big time.
Always appreciative.
And his backyard just had like a par 3 over a pond. Like he was just like, everything was like, hey, let's have a good time. Pool, like, let's have a good time. House, the way it's set up, let's have a good time. We got this, let's have it. It was just always like such a fucking, the world lost a good one. And Becky, who was his tag team partner, I mean, they were like a perfect tag team there. Sad, man. But 'tis life. We shall continue. Because you have to, actually. We love you, Bob. We miss you, Bob.